5'7" freshman guard, number 22, Colton Emmerich. A 5'6" freshman guard, number 24, Luke Collins. A 6-foot freshman forward, number 30, Buckner. A 5'6" freshman guard, number 32, Brandon Huggins. And a 6'1" freshman center, number 34, Donovan Schimmer. Head coach of the junior varsity Indians is Brad Bishop. Here are your Wes-Del Warriors. The roster includes number 4, Tyler Summers. Number 12, Brady Buckner. Number 14, Sawyer Buckner. Number 32, Grayson Neely. Number 34, Blake Whitehead. And number 54, Nick Wiley. Starting tonight for the Warriors, a 6'1" junior forward, number 3, Travis White. A 5'9" sophomore guard, number 10, Angela Jr. A 6'5" sophomore forward, number 20, Jack Rogers. A 6'2" sophomore forward, number 24, Corbin Price. And a 5'11" freshman guard, number 25, Josiah Love. Head coach of the Warriors is the mathematician, Matt Knuckles. The officials are now Eric Austin and David Whitfield. Wes-Del foul number 3, Travis Thomas. Substitution for the Warriors, number 54, Weitzel. Decided returns for the Warriors. AMC foul number 34 down on Schindler. Over freshman, 2. Returning for the Warriors are Buckner and Wiley. Jason Buckner, 24, Union City. Mclaughlin is your first 4 games. Easy foul number 32, Brady Cummings. Trevor Johnson will shoot 2. with the Senior city foul number 32, Buckner.
But I won't be one of these in and outers. Once I get my feet, I'm in. It's the people that do that 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times a ball game.
That's the foul number 32, Weitzel.
Yeah. Give me one more of these and I may eat my words. How's it going? I like the way she moves. Pum, pum, pum. All right. Just saying.
No shoot the bonus. Personal foul number 4, Tyler Summers. Senior city foul number 14, Buckner.
Nice shot.
Senior city foul number 14, Buckner. Chris Hill will shoot 2.
Well, good evening, and all of you who are out there waiting for the start of our varsity game tonight. We are on the Wes-Del Sports Network, broadcasting live from Wes-Del High School, anxiously awaiting the start of our varsity contest tonight. Your Wes-Del Warriors will be taking on the Union City Indians. And, of course, the big story here at Wes-Del, we are on our third game in less than a week. 3 non-conference opponents. The Wes-Del Warriors come in at 2-0 with 2 very convincing victories over their first 2 opponents, Cambridge City and Elwood, last Saturday. And coming into Wes-Del tonight is a Union City team, and in this young season we don't know a lot about Union City other than they are 0-1 on the season. They lost their season opener to South Adams last week by a score of 50-40. And like I said before, the Wes-Del Warriors at 2-0, and quite an offensive production from the Wes-Del Warriors. They come in averaging, I think, a little over 72 points a game tonight. On paper, the Union City Ball Club looks to be another young basketball club. As we saw out of Elwood and Cambridge City, they put 2 seniors on the roster. And, of course, the Wes-Del Warriors, with all that experience, even in our role player, has seemed to be the difference maker in the last 2 ball games. A little bit about tonight's game and tonight's matchup. The coaches tonight, Tom Byram, he's in his 3rd year at Union City, coach, and if my memory serves me correctly, he's no stranger to the Wes-Del Gymnasium. I believe he did a stint at Randolph Southern, and then I believe maybe he was at Monroe Central prior to that.
Correct.
So Tom Byram is no stranger to the Wes-Del Gymnasium, Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium, and Kay Saunders Court here. He's in 1136 in his 3rd year at Union City. He's been coaching 9 years basketball in the state of Indiana. And, of course, John Mclaughlin, the winningest basketball coach in Wes-Del basketball history. He's in his 9th year, and he comes in with a record of 110 wins, 177 losses. So both teams very well coached tonight. And the last 35 years, surprisingly enough, Coach, these 2 basketball teams have only met 7 times. Wes-Del owns a 6-1 advantage in that series. And just looking over Union City and our opponents tonight, it looks like they're going to rely very heavily on their senior guard, Rylan Moat. He's a 5'9 senior. He comes in tonight. He scored 18 of the team's 40 points in their last outing. And like I said, they're a young ball club. They put 2 seniors on the floor. We'll talk a little bit about their starters a little later. And for Wes-Del, I expect to see a lot of the same. We have Wes-Del, of course, the story of last game was senior Evan Weitzel. He put up 30 points. And one of the things about Weitzel's performance last week, you may not realize this, but he also led the teams in assists as well. And so we look for him to hopefully continue to whittle away at his goal for 1,000 points in his career, and he has an opportunity to do that tonight. So let's start off by talking about first the starting lineup for the Union City Indians. Like I said, they're going to start 2 seniors tonight. They'll rely heavily on Rylan Moat, the 5'9 senior. Also, the other senior in their lineup is Angel Nito. He's a 5'10 sophomore. Rounding out their lineup will be Antonio Vasquez. He's a 5'9 guard. Also, number 20, Connor Wassler, 5'10 guard. And then number 24, Camden LaFuse. He's a 6'3 center. So 5'10, 5'9, 5'9, 5'10, and, of course, their player, Cameron LaFleur, will play in the middle. And, Coach, it looks like we're going to go with our usual starters tonight.
That is correct. The Warriors are led tonight with our same 5 as we've had the first 2 games. Guard Evan Weitzel, who you had mentioned is averaging 21.5 points through the first 2 contests. 4 assists, 5 steals, kind of doing a little bit of everything for us. In the backcourt will also be number 4, Cade Pretorius. And in the front court, Cameron Buckner, who's averaging 8 points, plays the top of our Fury, and a little bit of everything senior Alex Light, again, is another one, averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, just does a little bit of everything for the Warriors. And then rounding out the starting 5 is senior Zach Todd, who comes in averaging just a tick under 15 and 8 rebounds. So that's the 5 that's going to start for us tonight. And as we've mentioned before, one thing about the Warriors is you're going to see that depth. So look for A.J. Nauman, Will Delaney, Trey Adams, and company off the bench to really make an impact in the ball game.
And there's your starting lineups, and it looks like the American flag coming down on the center court here at the Kay Saunders Court. So we're going to take it down to the floor for the playing of our national anthem.
City High School and your Wes-Del Warriors. At this time, please rise and join Stephen Driscoll and the Wes-Del Pep Band in honoring our country as they play our national anthem.
Well, Hoosier Hysteria alive and well in the state of Indiana tonight. We have our own version of Hoosier Hysteria prime time on a Tuesday night here at Wes-Del High School. And I notice as we look around the stadium, a lot of people attentive to their phones as they're keeping up with the Indiana Hoosiers as they take on Syracuse tonight. And if I'm not mistaken, Coach, I don't have any reports, but I believe Purdue also has Florida State in the ACC Big Ten Challenge tonight. So the Wes-Del Sports Network competing with some really big games out there tonight, but we're going to do our best. We appreciate everybody joining you here, or joining us here. My name is Charlie Sims. Sitting to my immediate left is the coach, as I refer to him, Daniel Hansen, jack of all trades, master of none, I don't think.
That's correct.
And then to my immediate right, our producer tonight, Mr. Andrew Romine, and we are excited to bring you the third home game already this year for your Wes-Del Warriors. Like we've already said, those of you that have been following the Warriors, they are 2-0 with 2 very convincing wins over non-conference opponents. Union City comes in tonight. They're out of the Tri-Eastern Conference, the same conference that Cambridge City plays in. And it looks like Wes-Del has every opportunity to go 3-0 on the season tonight.
That's correct. And then, like you said, this is quick 3 games, and they followed up here this Friday at Madison Grant and Saturday home again against Eastern Hancock. So, as Coach Mclaughlin said, a quarter of their season is in the first week and a half, which, talking to the players, is kind of exciting. So, you know, as players, they want to play.
Right. And I remember as a player, you always would rather play than practice.
Correct.
And you know what, though? There is something to be said about that also from a coaching standpoint, because I had a coach that always told us there's no better shape than game shape. Like, you can practice all you want, you can try to condition all you want, but there's something about being able to get that body into what he referred to as game shape, especially when we get to the meat of our season. we get to our conference schedule and we prepare for the county and sectional tournaments.
That's correct. And like you said, you know, if you're going to play these 3 games in a week, you want it to be early in their season and not late in the year when you're trying to prepare for the tournament run. So looks like the officials are heading over here, and we're under a minute to go.
Well, as we get ready for the starting lineups and the introduction of our teams tonight, as we've already alluded to this, a young roster for Union City. They start 2 seniors, and it looks like 2 sophomores and a junior, where you're going to see, it looks like 5 seniors come off of the chairs during the starting lineup introductions for the Warriors. And one of the things that has been a constant theme this year that we have talked about is our depth. Even our role players have a tremendous amount of experience in this program, and as we have seen the last 2 games, they have been able to contribute on many levels. So what we'll do, so the Wes-Del faithful out there can be a part of the festivities tonight, the first night that we've had outside the holiday weekend. Our pep band is with us tonight, and so we'll take you to the floor so you can enjoy a little bit of the pregame festivities here at Wes-Del High School.
Kay Saunders Court for this varsity matchup between the visiting Indians of Union City High School and your Wes-Del Warriors. The Indians, their roster includes number 14, Luke Collins, number 22, Colton Everett, number 30, Chris O'Connor, number 32, Raymond Williams, and number 34, Donovan Schiller. Starting tonight for the Union City Indians, a 5'10" sophomore guard, number 4, Angel Nieto. A 5'9" senior guard, number 10, Ryan Monk. A 5'9" senior guard, number 12, Anthony Mclaughlin. A 5'10" sophomore guard, number 20, Connor Walter. And the 6'3" junior center, number 24, Hayden LaFleur. The Indians are coached by Tom
10 minutes ago, I was working the game. Because no one showed up. And I was that day. I couldn't find a company answer.
Warrior fans. Band your feet. Join us as the Tribe
And there's your starting lineups. And only as Wes-Del can do it. And I've heard Coach Mclaughlin, I've heard a lot of other people say they do something at Wes-Del, we do it right. It's great to have our student section back tonight in full force. It's great to have our pep band after the long holiday weekend. Definitely a basketball atmosphere here tonight. And we are set to go as the Warriors tip off for the third time in 7 days, hoping to run their record to 3-0 on the season. And Cameron Buckner will tip off for the Warriors, and Cade Pretorius comes up with it. It'll be Warriors ball to start the ball game. And Pretorius wastes no time at taking it right to the Union City defense. It's knocked out of bounds, and the Warriors will inbound their own basket under their own basket.
Union City starts out in a man-to-man defense. Great take. Just didn't get the fall there by Evan Weitzel, but starting off again, first time getting to the middle of the floor.
And Union City, the same attack. They waste no time pushing it down the floor. Looks like it's going to be a fast-paced game tonight, Coach.
Yeah, it looks like early on here, both teams kind of want to play the same way. It's a fun game to watch when teams are getting up and down the floor. Good rebound there by Zach Todd. Zach Todd looks to push it here. Another great take by Evan Weitzel.
Another time in and out. And
yeah, two great takes. Both of them looks like there's just a lid on top of their goal.
Evan has no reason to be frustrated because that is going to come as the night goes
Yes.
on. We've seen that. We saw that last game. We saw that the game prior, and no question what the Warriors look to do offensively here early on in the game. But speaking of the fact that last possession, Union City wasted no time pushing the ball down the floor, and that's because they don't want to give us the opportunity to set up into that Fury defense.
Correct. Nice cut there by Cameron Buckner. Cade Pretorius dribbles baseline, was able to find Buckner underneath the basket, which now he's going to send him to the free throw line for two free throws, excuse me.
Well, the first foul is committed by Antonio Velasquez of Union City, the 5'9" senior with his first foul this evening. Cameron Buckner hits his first free throw, and he will look to make it a 2-point lead here early on in the game, and he does. And so Wes-Del with the early lead. The inbound allows Wes-Del to set up their zone press, the Fury defense.
Good rebound by Evan Weitzel, who's looking to push. Good pass. Great job. Look at that find there. Outstanding. Starts with Cameron Buckner getting on the floor and giving up his body there. 1-on-4 to get the rebound. Kicks it out to Alex Light to find Zach Todd underneath the basket.
And there's those takeaways. And now we've got to turn that into points on the other end.
Yeah, another great take. Once again.
Super aggressive and super good hustle by the Warriors at this point.
Yes, another great job there by Alex Light. Keep the possession alive. Finds Cade Pretorius, who finds Buckner again underneath the basket for a 6-0 lead.
And Wes-Del is doing exactly what they did the last game. They have an uncanny ability to be able to find open players and just to kind of play basketball at the other end. Kind of a almost a sixth sense they play with, trying to find that open player. Looks like number 24 for the Wes-Del Warriors, Alex Light. He's going to come out of the ball game. I don't know if he got hit in the face there, Coach.
Yeah,
but
it did. Both players were going there as the pass was trying to find the high post. It's kind of one of those.
So A.J. Nauman will come in to relieve Alex Light as the trainer. Tony Cox, who is also back tonight. So we're in full force here at Wes-Del. Tony Cox, excellent trainer. We have him available again back tonight. He's been out of town for the last couple of ball games. He's going to take a look at Alex, but coming in to replace Alex is going to be A.J. Nauman. We talked a lot about A.J. last ball game, and Coach really likes A.J.'s style of play. He's that sixth man off the bench, can play any position for him. So Wes-Del won't lose a lot with Nauman in the ball game. So the three-point attempt by Zach Todd falls a little short. Cameron Buckner works the top of that zone press. And there's those long arms and that takeaway. He'll go up to the basket. And again, turning those steals, turning those turnovers into points. That's what Wes-Del does best. The score 8-2 with 5 minutes to go still in the first period. They're going to get a blocking foul, it looks like, on Cade Pretorius.
Yeah, Cade was, again, doing a great job there, being aggressive. We've talked about this. When you play this style of play, you're going to get some fouls. You got to be okay with those because, like you said, over time, it's going to benefit you.
There's almost another takeaway right there. It's an open shot for Walsner. He can't get it to go. Weitzel gets it down on the baseline. Good heads-up play to knock it out of bounds off of the Union City player.
Coach calling out set here.
So Weitzel takes it down to the top of the key, gets the ball stolen. Little 2-on-1 fast break there. Basket doesn't go, but a nice heads-up rebound by Walsner. And he'll put it back to cut the lead to 4. Wes-Del turned the ball over on offense. Give Union City another opportunity to cut into the Wes-Del lead.
Great job by Zach Todd. Slide over there and take the charge. Offensive on our last possession, Evan Weitzel had the right idea. Cade Pretorius was wide open underneath the basket. It was just one of those, you just got to do a better job executing, but the idea was the right play.
Absolutely.
Union City here is going to pick up full court. Man-to-man.
So Union City.
That's a great take again by Evan Weitzel. With the basketball, he just gets so quick if he has a little lane.
So Walser commits his first personal foul. That's 3 on the Indians for the half. Weitzel at the line, trying to extend the Warrior lead. Misses the first of his, or rather his free throw, his attempt at making it a three-point play. The basket was good. So Wes-Del still applying that pressure. Buckner way up at the top. And if you're Union City, they do a good job of breaking the press up at the top, but the last 2 or 3 times down the floor, they've put the ball over there down in that corner, and that's not where you want to be against a trapping defense.
No, and then, again, the Warriors continue to follow that ball down in the corner. So, like you said, they're doing a good job of breaking it up at the top, but there's 4 places to get the trap.
So Union City will turn the ball over on the travel. Score still 10-4 here at Wes-Del. Warriors with a 6-point lead. 3:26 left to go in the first period of play. Trey Adams now in the ball game, and he'll take over the ball handling responsibilities for the Warriors. Warriors almost get the ball stolen there. Good hustle by Cameron Buckner. He's going to take it into the hoop for 2 points.
Warriors get an opportunity now to stay in our fury, set it up, Cameron up top. Putting pressure. There's the, as you had mentioned.
Looks like Cameron Buckner left his feet there. got airborne. But he also got the Union City player on his way down. So Cameron Buckner commits his first foul, and he'll ask to come out of the game here. A little sore after hitting the hardwood there. Cade Pretorius will come back into the lineup to replace Buckner.
Good hands.
And the Wes-Del just works so hard at that defense. And and again, they turn another Union City turnover into a very quick 2 points and extend their lead to 8. And with 2:41 left to go in the first period, it's the Wes-Del Warriors 12, the Indians 4. One of the things we'd like to do during this timeout is to recognize the Wes-Del Warrior Athletic Department corporate sponsors for the 21-22 school year. These are the sponsors, the corporate sponsors that help all of our athletes here at Wes-Del during the year. We'd like to thank Richard Farms and Stewart Seeds, Jason May, State Farm Insurance, Sunset Motors, Christy Kelly, FC Tucker, Atlan Construction, Right Way Collision Repair, LJ Stone Company Incorporated, Pizza King, Martin Insurance, and Christopher M. Phillips, DDS. Again, the Wes-Del Athletic Department would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for the 21-22 school year. And so we're getting ready to come out of the timeout. As I said before, 2:41 left to go in the first period. Wes-Del Warriors up by 10. And the Wes-Del Warriors just given the Union City Indians all kinds of fits with this Fury defense. And there's another almost takeaway. Evan Weitzel jumps the pass. So much momentum, he moves the scoring bench a little bit. They'll reset down at center court. And Union City will inbound the ball on their side of the court very quickly.
Good defense by A.J. Nauman, held his ground.
So Cade Pretorius, we know that he is capable of making those shots. We saw that in the first game this year against Cambridge City. And it would be awful nice for him to be able to knock one of those down, get his confidence down, because that gives the Warriors both an inside and outside game if they need it. And there's Pretorius. He'll put it off the glass.
Yeah, kind of caught him in the middle there.
And A.J. Nauman, he'll step behind the line and drain the three. And there's that dimension that Nauman gives you off the bench.
Good hands.
Nice move to the basket. And so quick that's going to force another Union City timeout. In just about 40 seconds, Wes-Del has already extended that lead to 15. And I think we're going to see this time and time again until teams can figure out some type of counter for that zone press, that Fury defense. It's just going to give teams fits, Coach.
Yeah, it is. And the Warriors are doing a great job of getting a lot of deflections. They're getting their hands on everything. They're doing a great job digging when the ball does go in the post or the high post. And that's something that a lot of big guys aren't used to having. So even if they do get the ball to the high post, they've got three guys digging down, getting deflections. And not only do we just settle, we're just going to steal, we're pushing to score. And I think that's an adjustment for a lot of teams, is that the transition on how quick we can take it from defense to two on the other end.
Well, and the real story is right now we've got still have four seniors on the court for the Warriors, but right now sophomore Trey Adams, we got A.J. Nauman in, of course, with the starters, Zach Todd, Cade Pretorius, and Evan Weitzel. But the real story is two of our starters are back in the training room right now, and we hope that nothing too serious. We know that earlier in the game, Alex Light got hit in the face, looked like he had a bloody nose. And then Cameron Buckner on that defensive play got knocked off his feet, and he came off limping. So right now those two guys are not on the bench, and so we'll expect to get an update on those two players. But like we've said all year, that doesn't diminish our ability to be able to play our ball game too much, because with the depth that we have on our bench, and our role players have come in and contributed already. So there's a takeaway by Union City. Union City just really struggling to get anything going offensively.
Yeah, and as you say, it looks like Cameron Buckner's coming back to the bench right now. He's checking in with Coach Mclaughlin.
So the foul's going to be called against Evan Weitzel. That'll just be his first. And his foul will send Rylan Moat. He's the leading scorer for the Union City Indians. And Buckner does come back into the game, so that's a good sign for Cameron Buckner. Also coming into the game will be number 14, 6'1" senior Will Delaney. So 17-point lead in the first quarter for the Warriors. And Moat cuts that down to 16 with that free throw. About 30 seconds left to go. And Buckner's three-pointer off the mark. Union City gets it down quickly. And
looks like it's going to be a turnover, traveling call
Camden
there.
LaFuse just got unbalanced, couldn't find the pass.
Well, it speeds them up. And again, we talk about our deflections and defensively, but what it also does is even on every pass, you're constantly speeding up the offense. Coach calling out a set here with 13 seconds to go.
Nice rebound and put back by Buckner, but he couldn't get it to go. And that ends the first period, and this one's been all Wes-Del. With that tenacious defense, Wes-Del 21, Union City 5 after 1 here at Wes-Del. You're watching Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we are back here at Wes-Del High School. If you're just joining us, we are just getting ready to start the second period of play. Wes-Del all over the Union City Indians, 21-5. We just watched during that timeout. The cheerleaders put on a nice display of school spirit. And I tell you, Coach, when you're at one of these ball games, and now that we're out of the holiday break, and that it seems it's a completely different energy here when the kids are back in school, the student section's full. We've got the full gamut of cheerleaders bringing out new cheers, the pep band here. It's just a really neat atmosphere when all that comes together.
Yeah, there's nothing like a high school boys basketball game.
And so Wes-Del looks to extend their lead. Nice kick out find by Evan Weitzel. And Zach Todd finally gets one of those three-pointers to fall. And he's been looking for that shot all year. Good to see him put 3 points down for the Warriors. And that extends their lead to 19.
Good deflection again here. Zach Todd's looking to push. Nice pass to Evan Weitzel. Great job. Way to run the break. Another positive sign for the Warriors. It looks like Alex Light's here, sitting by Coach Mealy here and ready to go. So
good to see both of those guys out of the training room, and glad that they are okay. Trey Adams, and let's get Todd. Zach Todd can't get that one to go, and they're going to get Buckner over the back. They're going to say that he climbed on Camden LaFuse. And Cameron Buckner, he's had limited minutes since he had to come out of the ball game, already commits his second personal foul. That'll be 5 on the Warriors for the half.
Warriors staying with our Fury defense.
And you're right, it does create a sense of urgency. If you're trying to handle that zone press, you have to make decisive passes very quickly. And that's a very difficult thing to do for anybody that's played the game before. Nice inbound play by the Union City Indians. Donovan Schinover, he'll put 2 points on the board for the Indians, cuts into the lead. Zach Todd with a nice strong drive to the basket, in and out. They're going to say it was off of Wes-Del. Cade Pretorius coming back into the lineup for the Warriors, and he's going to replace Trey Adams. Also, Alex Light back out there for the Warriors, so that's good for Alex. So, with the exception of Will Delaney, 4 of our starters back on the floor for Wes-Del.
Good hands by Evan Weitzel.
Good presence. Right idea there. Just kind of outkicked his coverage a little bit to take a football term. Good hustle by the Warriors. You know, it's easy to keep track of points, but when you're a coach, you look at those statistics like rebounds, steals.
Yeah, those other ones.
And there's another takeaway by Weitzel. Just somehow finds the ball. Makes an aggressive move to the basket, and that's where he's going to make his living, is down there in the paint. But when something like that happens, boy, you get nervous, Coach.
Yeah, he was going 100 mile an hour at the rim right there. He had full burners going and took a hard spill. So it's great to see Evan pop up as quick as he did right there.
Probably nothing more unforgiving than the hardwood of a basketball court.
Yes. Yeah, that's I'm sure that's not the fall Coach Mclaughlin is wanting to see.
So Connor Walsner of Union City commits his second foul, and that's just the Indians' 4th foul of the half. But the lead now 21 for the Warriors. Nice pass inside by Velasquez, and LaFuse will capitalize on that.
Great job.
Nice save. And they're going to say that was a charge.
He was trying to split him there. It's kind of a hard take. Alex did put his head down, put his shoulder down, trying to split the defenders and put the shoulder through one of them.
Thought for a second I was kind of hoping maybe they would call him for the travel instead, but nevertheless, that's his first personal. And Wes-Del not letting up with that pressure. And Rylan Moat, the leading scorer, senior, 5'9", senior guard for Union City, says somebody needs to take charge, and he does. He'll draw the foul on the floor. Foul be called against Cade Pretorius, his second. And that'll bring Trey Adams back up off the bench. And Coach will try to protect Pretorius a little bit here with 5:25 left to go in the second period. So the Pretorius foul puts Union City in the bonus now. Wes-Del with 7 fouls. And Rylan Moat hits the first of his 1-and-1. And for the first time this ball game, Union City in double digits. Nice rebound there by Zach Todd off the free throw. Immediately finds Weitzel. Weitzel's going to take it to the hoop and do what he does best, Coach.
Yes, that was a great finish. 1-on-2 there. Nice spin move up and under, and was able to finish at the rim. Not much you could do different right there.
Nice takeaway there by Will Delaney. Picks up his dribble. Finds the man.
Another. That's the microwave. We've talked about it before, but He has the ability to heat up really quick. Another deflection.
Another deflection and takeaway.
We've talked about the consistency that coaches want to see.
Absolutely.
And we're seeing it tonight defensively as Trey Adams tries to knock down a three.
Nothing wrong with that shot. There's a nice little basket by Antonio Velasquez. 3-point basket.
Nice cut, nice pass. Oh.
Alex Light couldn't get that to go, but that was a nice, strong move to the basket. He'll draw the foul. That'll put him on the line. And you notice when he's over here, he's playing with nose stuffed full of gauze right now, taking care of that bloody nose that he got a little earlier in the ball game. But he's back out there, made a strong move to the basket. He'll get 2 shots. The foul called against Rylan Moat. That's now his second. And I'm sure Union City is not like other teams that we have played. They really do not have the experience and depth to get too many kids into foul trouble here. So Brandon Wiley comes into the ball game. We've seen Brandon Wiley. It's another one of those role players we talked about last game. He can bring you some strong rebounding, some scoring into the game. A.J. Nauman back in there. Good to see Alex Light back out there after taking that hit to the nose.
Good, strong defense here by the Warriors. Creating a lot. Just pressure.
And I have watched a lot of Wes-Del basketball in my 20 years teaching and coaching here at Wes-Del, and one of the things that this team has is they have something about them, a quickness or an athleticism that is really fun to watch.
Yeah, and when you talked about the quickness and athleticism, one thing that when you add to that is just the anticipation. And they do a really good job of anticipating that next pass, getting a good jump to it, and that kind of goes with being athletic and quick and just anticipating where that trap in the corner and the ball in the high post.
And experience, too. I mean, and playing a lot of basketball. I mean, right now, even with a 17-point lead with 4 minutes to go in the half, only one starter on the floor for us, and we still have 4 seniors out there.
Correct. Nice take.
And Will Delaney's going to take his turn taking the ball into the paint, and he's going to draw the foul. So we'll see Will Delaney shoot some free throws here. So Donovan Schinover commits just his first. The next Union City foul, both teams will be in the bonus from here on out. Still 3:50 to go in the first half. And I have, so far these first 3 games, Coach, I've been semi-impressed with the Wes-Del's ability to hit their free throws, and that will pay some dividends down the road.
Yes.
It hasn't been a factor in the last couple of ball games, but it will at some point in the season.
That's a good block out there by A.J. Nauman. Kind of a back and forth here. Hot potato ball. Trey Adams comes away with it.
Will Delaney got that ball taken away on the other end, but he did not give up on that. And just right there, he almost takes one away here. And after all that, it's number 34, Donovan Schinover, that gets the 3-point basket. So Union City trying to whittle away at it a little bit. And Trey was kind of hoping he was going to get the shove call in the back there, but he took about 3 or 4 steps, never got the ball up off the backboard. They'll get him from travel. Wes-Del will turn the ball over. Brandon Wiley is going to come out of the game.
Where you're staying with the trap.
There's a nice try there by Angel Nido, but the Wes-Del defense just too much for him. Trey Adams. finally gets one of those three-point baskets to go. And you love seeing some of our role players get a little bit of confidence in that shot.
Yeah, and that's a credit to Coach Mclaughlin in the style of play and allowing the players to play free, play aggressive. Oh, wow, and this looks like it's going to be an and one right there.
So Ryland Moat showing his senior leadership for Union City here. He takes one to the basket, and he gets fouled. Zach Todd is going to pick up his first personal. So Ryland Moat getting an opportunity here to make it a three-point play the old-fashioned way, and he does. And so checking into the Warrior lineup, number 10, Travis Bunch, the first time we've seen Travis tonight. Travis is a 6'1" junior forward. We saw Travis get a few minutes last game against Elwood. And as soon as he comes in the game, he gets a player control foul called against him.
Good defense right there, Alex Light. Great chap in the corner by A.J. Nauman and Zach Todd. It's big minute 47 here in the ball game. Both teams.
Rebound and put back. Number 34, Donovan Shinover, called his name a couple times tonight. And the Indians have cut the lead here to 14, which they were down by 21 at one point in the ball game.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. This is a big 123 here. It's 14 now for both teams going into halftime on how that's going to play into the second half. So,
well, right now, Coach resting his leading scorer, Evan Weitzel.
Yeah, we got a few players with 2 fouls. Good D right there by Zach Todd and Travis Bunch. Looks like there's going to be a foul underneath.
They're going to get Zach Todd with that foul. Both Bunch and Todd guarding LaFuse under the basket. Zach Todd will draw the short straw on that deal, and he will pick up his second foul. And with that, we will see number 14, Will Delaney. And now Zach Todd, Evan Weitzel, Cade Pretorius, and Cameron Buckner all on the bench for the Warriors. If you remember last game, or anybody who may not have seen the Warriors play on Saturday, Warriors scored 31 points in the first half, came out and scored 35 against Elwood in the third period on their way to 90 total points for the game. So if the ebbs and flow of this game are anything like the ebbs and flows of the Elwood game, expect for a big momentum shift when we come out after halftime. So with less than a minute to go, I imagine Coach will keep who he's got on the floor, allow those starters to rest, and let's keep in mind 2 of those starters, one of them that's coming out right now, have taken their bumps and bruises throughout the first half. So Brandon Wiley comes back into the ball game for Alex Light, and he will immediately let the Indians know that he is in the ball game with a big rebound under the basket. Will Delaney thought better of it, kicks it back out to Nauman. Nice look by Travis Bunch. Bounces around the rim. Lead now at 12 for the Warriors.
Good trap.
A.J. Nauman comes up with the deflection. He'll take it to the basket. And Trey Adams in great position for that rebound, tries to take it back up to the basket, and he is going to be fouled. So Trey Adams at the line.
It's also the third foul for LaFuse.
And he's an important part
Well,
of what Union City tries to do on the offensive end.
well, they changed that now, so maybe that's the first foul. They had 3 on the board.
They did have 3 on the board, Coach, but now they've changed it to 1. So we'll get that cleared up at the halftime statistics for you. 10 seconds to go. Union City tries to make it a 9-point game right here. That shot a little long, but nice rebound and putback by number 34, Donovan Schinover. And so somehow, some way, the Indians have made somewhat of a ball game of it. Cut a 21-point deficit to 10 points at the half. It's halftime here at Wes-Del. Wes-Del 37, Union City 27. We'll be right back after this quick audio timeout, and these messages brought to you by Wes-Del High School. You're watching Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network is made possible by the following sponsors: Martin Insurance, Campus Rentals, Property Pros, Young's Title and Abstract. Thank you for sponsoring Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network. The Wes-Del Athletic Department would like to thank the corporate sponsors of the Wes-Del Athletics for the 21-22 school year: Lansing Farms, Gaston United Methodist Church, VIA Credit Union, Rosenthal Orthodontics, Campus Rentals, Property Pros, Henry Community Health, Rick Baldwin Preferred Capital, Young's Title, Janney Maintenance and Paving, Johnson Oil, Cindy's Cleaning, American Pest Professionals, Gaddis of Muncie, Star Financial Bank, Stoops Automotive, and Dane Cook, Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Wes-Del Athletics and Wes-Del student athletes would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for their continued support. All right, we're back here at Wes-Del High School halftime, where the Wes-Del Warriors lead the Union City Indians 37-27. And we've got quite a bit of people joining us tonight on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Some of those people in our chat room tonight. Good to see Julia Davis back. Also, Amber Rains, Leanne Romine. Mrs. Romine, thank you for always being a loyal viewer here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Kevin McCormick, good to see Julie Kirtley Schwartz back online tonight. And Melvin Davis, thank you all for joining us tonight. And, of course, the T-Pose man himself, Neil, always with us on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're at halftime here for our halftime show. And I'm going to turn it over to the coach, Daniel Hansen, who's got some halftime statistics.
Team stats, after the first quarter, it was Wes-Del 21, Union City 5. Second quarter, Union City outscored Wes-Del 22-16. So that puts us at the 37-27 halftime score. For Union City, Rylan Moat and Connor Walser both have 2 fouls. And they are led in scoring from Rylan Moat, 9 points, and off the bench, number 34, Donovan Schnever with 9 points. So both have 9 points. Union City is 9 for 13 from the free throw line. They took advantage of the Warrior foul trouble and was able to connect on 9 of those free throws. For the Warriors, 2 fouls, all starters. So as people could see there at the end of the quarter, the Warriors starters were on the bench, all 5 with 2 fouls. So that will be a point to keep an eye on here. We know there's the depth, and Coach Mclaughlin is very comfortable playing the bench. So we'll see how the fouls fall in the second half. Led scoring-wise for the Warriors is Evan Weitzel with 12 points. Cameron Buckner had 8 points. Zach Todd, 7 points. A.J. Nauman, 3 points. Will Delaney, 2 points. And Trey Adams had 5 points. So a lot of production out of the bench for the Warriors. So a lot of great minutes, and we'll see how the second half unfolds.
Well, obviously fouls are going to be something are going to be the story to pay attention to here in this second half. But at least from my perspective, or Coach's perspective, it appeared that there was definitely a momentum shift in the game. At one point, Wes-Del Warriors were up 21 points. Union City were able to cut that down to 10 here at the half. A couple of interesting things that Coach brought up there at the halftime show, and again speaks to the depth of the Wes-Del Warriors. At this point in the game, the entirety of the Union City offense spread between 3 players, whereas we've got Wes-Del has 6 players that have scored at least 2 points for them in this half. And that demonstrates to just how many players and how little we lose when our role players come off of the bench. For those of you that may not have had the opportunity to tune in to the junior varsity contest tonight, I want to congratulate Coach Knuckles and the junior varsity squad for their convincing victory over Union City. The junior varsity team walks away with a 56-16 win tonight, and I believe they have won all 3 of their basketball games this year as well. So some really good things happening in the Wes-Del basketball program. And as we stated before, Tuesday night here, prime time, Wes-Del Warriors are playing their 3rd basketball game in 7 days, all against non-conference opponents. And if things play out the way the first half has here tonight, Wes-Del has a very good opportunity to move to 3-0 on the season. So the broadcast crew here, Mr. Romine, myself, and the coach, Daniel Hansen, we're going to take about a 30-second audio timeout, get our act together here, and we look forward to bringing you the second half of play on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Well, Coach Hanson and I have had our Mountain Dews, listened to a little shake, rattle, and roll from the Wes-Del Pep Band, and we have got ourselves fired up for our second half of basketball here tonight, live from Wes-Del High School. And it will be Union City ball to start the second half of play. And Wes-Del applies the pressure right off of the bat. All 5 starters back on the floor for Wes-Del. Good hustle play by Alex Light. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Union City will inbound under their own basket. The story from the first half is still with the starters in foul trouble, with 2 fouls for Wes-Del. Union City was able to cut into that Wes-Del lead, and they have continued to do that here in the first half. Lead now 8 for Wes-Del. Nice pass by Alex Light. Cameron Buckner. Layup falls a little short. And the 3-point basket by Velasquez doesn't go. Scramble for the ball. Vasquez loses it, and here comes Evan Weitzel. And there's one of 2 things that I have seen happen when Evan Weitzel takes the ball into the paint. Either he scores or he gets fouled.
That's correct. There's good things happen. Or he kicks it out for a teammate wide open shot. So every time Evan Weitzel comes in the paint, it's good things.
And not only is a good thing about that for the Wes-Del Warriors is that it sends Evan Weitzel to the line with 2 shots, it also puts Union City's leading scorer, Rylan Moat, with 3 fouls. And so their leader, Union City's leader, on the floor now in foul trouble very early here in the third period of play.
Warriors picking up the pressure defensively, staying in the fury.
Good offensive rebound there by LaFuse. And somehow,
it's another Zach Todd charge taken.
Somehow I didn't know, and I believe that's Moat. That is Rylan Moat, and he just committed his 4th foul with that offensive charge. And he is quickly going to be replaced in the lineup. It looks like number 34, Shinover, and I'm almost certain that he will come in for Moat. And so that is big for Union City.
Yeah, Coach Cohn, I'll say here. He might have just fouled out.
And wow, Rylan Moat on that play right there is going to commit his 5th personal foul, and he is going to foul out of the ball game. There is still 6:23 left to go in the third period. Coach had his sub ready at the sidelines. You've just got to be smarter than that, especially as a senior leader on the basketball team.
Yeah, Coach is talking to him right now. Is talking through that. No one possession is going to be more important than him picking up that 5th foul right there, even if that meant giving up a bucket.
And the aggressive play puts Weitzel back on the court. And every time his bones hit that hardwood, I get nervous. But a player like Weitzel, it's really difficult. There is no back throttle on him. Like you said, he's the microwave. There's the warm-up factor. There's not much of a cool-down factor.
No, he plays one way. He's played a lot of basketball. Great defense here by the Warriors. You can just see a little extra step.
The fight for the rebound. Alex Light. Wes-Del's going to waste no time taking it right at Union City.
Alex Light doing a good job there, going coast to coast, never stopped the ball.
And that's what Coach wants them to do at this point. And just as quickly as we let Union City get into the game in that second period, we have taken Union City right back out of the game to start the third period. And so now it is a 12-point lead for the Wes-Del Warriors. There is still 5 minutes or over 5 minutes to play here in the third period. Cameron Buckner is going to pick up his third personal foul, so we'll see A.J. Nauman back into the game for Buckner. Lead now 11. The free throw from LaFuse gets into the lead. Wes-Del Pretorius almost loses the basketball there.
Coaches want the ball movement. Coaches saying player movement. Get moving. Cut. Don't stand. There's a good look for Cade Pretorius.
Cade Pretorius, I believe that's his second one of those this ball game. And that was a very well executed, very patient possession for Wes-Del. And it could have ended any better with Cade Pretorius hitting the three-point basket.
Yeah, and like I said, it starts with player movement, ball movement. When you get guys cutting and get people moving, defenders a lot of times will lose their.
Quite frankly, it's demoralizing for a defense when you're able to possess the ball like that and then cap that possession off with a three-point basket. Velasquez, he hits the basket on this end, but he's going to commit the foul on the other end. And coach is going to waste no time getting him out of the basketball game. I'm sure there's still a little bit of
good kick out from Evan Weitzel.
Bad taste in their mouth of what happened to their starter earlier. So Colton Emmerich, a freshman, number 22, enters the lineup for Union City. And he's going to have the basketball and make a freshman mistake there. He's going to travel and turn the ball over. And one of the things that you have to do if you're Union City, you've got to – there's enough turnovers just by tenacious defense. You can't afford to turn the ball over.
Well, and that goes back to the defense of the Warriors. We talked about that, speeding you up. You come in, Evan Weitzel from three, a little long.
And he does the same thing again.
Yeah, just getting sped up there, trying to move without the ball, trying to move before you catch it, before you have the ball.
And with two starters, one fouled out, one on the bench with foul trouble. And we talked about how Union City does not have that deep of a bench. You have to bring in who you've got on your bench. You've got a freshman out there, and he's playing against a pretty tough and tenacious defense. So Union City will stay at it here. A little inside-outside game. They're going to throw the ball away. I don't keep track of that statistic, but turnovers absolutely killing Union City at this point. 12-point lead for the Warriors.
Great set. Great set right there. Looks like they're going to get A.J. Nauman on the screen.
Well, aggressive play there. A.J. was where he was at. And what A.J. gives up in height, he sometimes compensates with aggressiveness. Sometimes that happens. Can't fault the play of A.J. Nauman.
Great defense right there by Zach Todd and Trey Adams.
That's the 4th turnover in a row for Union City. 4 straight possessions, 4 turnovers for Union City. And Trey Adams, he will take over the offense. Try the play in the alley-oop.
It's a great play, just didn't finish it right
Yep,
there. That's
Evan
one
Weitzel.
Evan. Evan can finish. And another turnover.
Skip pass. Another turnover for Union City.
Union City's gone to a 2-3 zone. They're in foul trouble, recognizing they having a hard time guarding Evan Weitzel and keeping people out of the paint. So now they're going to try to. Evan Weitzel still gets to the paint, still finishes at the rim, but trying something different.
Nice floating shot there.
It was a great shot. Here's the pressure of the Warriors. That's a great block out from.
When A.J. Nauman, they're going to call him on the foul. And now A.J. Nauman with 3. And that will bring Pretorius back into the ball game.
Good defense by Trey Adams there.
That's close to a 5-second call there. Another turnover, almost a turnover. That shot off, but I think at this point, anytime Union City's open, they need to shoot the basketball. That time they didn't turn the ball over, but it didn't result in any points. And Zach Todd's going to get called on a charge. And I don't think he would have got that had he not been leaning, Coach.
Yeah, it's one of those kind of leaning into him. It's kind of one of those 50-50 calls. He was leaning towards the rim, and it looks like the Union City kid wasn't moving. That's going to be the 3rd foul on Zach.
So Zach Todd commits his 3rd foul. And it looks like Coach is going to try to protect him with Nauman.
Great take by Evan Weitzel off another steal.
He gets so high above the rim.
He does. And I've been very impressed on just how aggressive and active he is defensively. I mean, on that last possession, he just took it from the kid.
And like I said before, a lot of people look at Evan Weitzel and the fact that he had a great career night against Elwood with 30 points, and they look at the amount of points that he scored. But at the same time, I think I look at the statistics for the season. He's either tied or leads the team with assists. He probably is at least 1 or 2 in steals this year.
Oh, absolutely.
And so sometimes you look at an offensive production of a player and you think how selfish he is. And quite frankly, a lot of those points he scores, he creates himself with the defense that he's able to play.
Good defense right there by A.J. Nauman. Nice pass. That was a great find by Alex Light. Full court. And just like that, the Warriors lead by 17.
And so we've got less than a minute to play in the 3rd period. They're going to call that a travel. And Union City definitely starting to become a little frustrated here. And that's what Wes-Del's defense does. It frustrates you, takes you out of your basketball game.
Again, and I don't want to sound like a broken record player, but we talk about our depth and the depth of a basketball game. And you see that right here where Union City's 2 2 guards on the bench. One fouled out, and the other's in foul trouble. Looks like Coach calling a set here as the quarter comes to a wind at 15 seconds here. 2-3 zone. Evan Weitzel up top.
Somehow he made that work. He was triple teamed in the paint. There wasn't a person in the gymnasium that did not know he was going to take that shot, and somehow he made that work. And at the end of the third period, it is the Wes-Del Warriors 51, the Union City Indians 32. This is Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
The coaches are Tori Justin and Tiffany Gaddis, your Wes-Del cheerleaders.
Well, we're back here on the Wes-Del Sports Network, getting ready to start the final quarter of action. Live from Wes-Del High School, it's the Wes-Del Warriors 51, Union City 32. And the story from the third quarter, Wes-Del went into halftime with a 10-point lead. We're able to bring those starters that Coach Mclaughlin was trying to protect in foul trouble back on to the hardwood. And they have turned that 10-point lead back into a 19-point lead here to start the fourth quarter. And they've done it with defense, forcing Union City turnovers, and turning those turnovers into offense. And A.J. Nauman basketball somehow goes in the rim and back out of the basket. Not sure what percentage of the basketball has to go through the rim, but that time it wasn't enough. And now we're only 26 seconds in the fourth period. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Union City's going to take a 30-second timeout. They're going to talk about something here. And I did not get an opportunity in that quick 2 possessions there that we played to see whether or not Ryland Moat came back into the ball game after the quarter break. I'm sorry, he's fouled out. I'm talking about Shinover with 4 fouls. I believe he was number 34.
Yes, I believe he is back in the ball game, and also is number 12.
Number 12, yes, Velasquez. He's also got 4 fouls.
Yes, they're both currently in
So
right now.
Coach is going to go ahead and play those players, and very similar to what we saw Saturday night. At some point, you've got to decide whether you want the ball game to continue to go the direction it's going or let those players play.
There's another deflection, a steal.
And a steal. And that may be, I'm not sure, the player that's down there. 34, that's the player we were talking about earlier, Shinover. That he had the ball taken away from Weitzel, and he turned to chase, and his feet got caught underneath him. And we could hear the impact of his body hitting the floor all the way up here. So he looks like he's going to try to shake it off. He's okay. However, Evan Weitzel's fouled, and he will go to the line, and he hits the first of his 2 free throws. And if he hits this one, and of course all of these statistics are unofficial, I believe this will be his 23rd point of the ball game. Of course, we'll try to get the official statistics to you after the game, but another impressive night by Evan Weitzel.
Good block out by A.J. Nauman. Didn't get the rebound, but doing the right thing.
And Union City finally gets some offensive going. 3-point basket by Angel Nito. A.J. Nauman answers on the other end for the Warriors. Union City leaves him wide open, and he'll take advantage. And A.J. is another one of those guys that has a really nice outside shot. And there's another 2 points for Weitzel. And again, he creates those opportunities with being so quick to the basketball on the defensive end.
Yeah,
those points are created by his defense.
Yes. He anticipates it so well, and it's a trap. He reads the eyes. He gets steals.
So some substitutions for the Warriors. Number 14, Will Delaney comes back in. 25, Cameron Buckner's back in also. He plays at the top of that zone press with those long arms. Creates all kinds of problems for opposing offenses. So Schinover takes it into 2. A little bit of life for Union City, but I don't think it's going to be enough at this point with 6 minutes to play in the 4th period. Kick out that time by Weitzel. Will Delaney looks in to take it to the basket, and he's able to finish. So 60 points now put up by your Wes-Del Warriors. They're averaging 72 points on the season. We've still got 5.5 minutes to play in this one.
Yeah, and Union City staying back in their 2-3 zone. Coach McLaughlin's calling it out. Evan Weitzel again, middle of the paint, scores.
Nice job by A.J. Nauman. I mean, that was a nice take. He had his head up the entire time looking for the pass, saw the open opportunity. Cameron Buckner was right behind him to clean it up. Good hustle by both of those young men right there. Nice look for Jace O'Connor for Union City. And you can see on your screen, Warriors up 64-39. Still a lot of basketball play here at Wes-Del. Wes-Del taking their time. Victoria steps back. Doesn't get that one to fall, but he's hit a couple of those tonight, so not a bad look for Cade Pretorius.
Good hands by Will Delaney.
Will Delaney gets that one taken away. A wide open Evan Weitzel up the court. And Wes-Del's going to call timeout this time. 30-second timeout. And, boy, we went from – talk about momentum shifts in this game. We went from a 21-point lead in the first half, up only 10 to start the second half, and now we're up 27 with just almost 4 minutes to go in the game. And when Evan Weitzel's in the game, and I hate to harp on this point, but when he's in the game, he makes such a difference. And it's not his offensive production as much as it is his ability to create those opportunities on defense.
Well, we've talked about it. This style of play defensively, we can go on a run really quick. And I think we've seen that now in 3 games where 3 or 4 possessions real quick can turn into 10 points. And when you play that style of defense, when your team is buying in and competing the way we are defensively, good things are going to happen, and that seems to be kind of our hat that we want to hang our hat on that as far as creating defense to the offense.
Absolutely. And with 4 minutes to go, up 27.
Looks like coming out of the timeout, though, we do have some changes. It looks like Zach Todd's back in the game along with Brandon Wiley. It looks like Evan Weitzel has exited the ball game along with Cade Pretorius.
But there's that depth we're talking about. Even though we've got a different lineup, we still have 5 seniors on the floor.
Yes, correct.
That is not a luxury or not a phenomenon that too many basketball coaches will ever see in their entire career, to have that many role players come off the bench with that kind of experience already. So battle for the rebound.
Both teams still competing hard here. That's back-to-back threes for the Indians.
That time it was number 20, Connor Walstner. So when the ball game gets like this, we've talked about this before too, but when a ball game gets to this point, where you would think at this point the outcome of this ball game is a foregone conclusion, both coaches take these opportunities to use this as a learning experience, to work on different things, to get different people into the ball game and get that experience. Like we said before the game, Union City is not a badly coached team, and he understands where he's at in his program, and he's still encouraging his kids, still coaching up his kids, and they're still trying, just like Wes-Del still applying their pressure and playing their basketball game at this point in the game. They've got things they want to work on, things that they want to do as well. So Union City is going to take a full timeout, and we will take a short break. It's in the fourth quarter. We've got under 4 minutes to play here at Wes-Del, and it's this half has been all Warriors. Score right now, 68-47, Wes-Del over Union City. This is Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network.
And the boys are back in the gym. That same night at 6. Full basketball schedule this week for the Wes-Del Warriors.
Well, if this plays out, which I have every confidence that it will, Coach, the Warriors will move to 3-0, and they still have 2 more basketball games this week. Another packed schedule this week for the Warriors. They will travel to Madison Grant Friday, and I have been informed that this Friday was scheduled to be a triple header, with the freshman, junior varsity, and varsity all playing back-to-back games. The freshman game has been canceled, so that'll be a JV varsity matchup only. And then Saturday at home, that'll be a good one. That will be our conference opener against Eastern Hancock Saturday at home, and we will be carrying that game here live on the Wes-Del Sports Network. So another big week for the Warriors. Another
great take right there by Zach Todd. Strong move at the rim. It's going to be opportunity for an and one.
I was just getting ready to say another strong move by Zach Todd to the basket. And he will miss that shot. Battle for the rebound. Brandon Wiley. He's out there trying to make the most of his minutes. Union City brings it down. Off the tip of Zach Todd's fingers there, goes out of bounds. Union City will try to create an opportunity here under their own basket. Nice inbounds play. And they will get Brandon Wiley. He gets a hand on Donovan Schinover. He'll go to the line with 2 shots. Hits, or misses rather, the first of his 2 attempts. And Shinover puts a point on the board for Union City. Union City's going to apply some full court pressure here against the Warriors. Nice job, nice look. Nice rebound by Brandon Wiley there. Good hustle by Brandon. Warriors just need to be patient here.
Coach again wants people to cut, move.
Spread the floor.
Take your time, move the basketball.
Shinover, that's 34. And that is his third. And looks like we're going to get an entire shift change here for the Warriors here. Just a minute 15 to go in the game. And we're going to see Corbin Price come into the ball game. I think that's the first time we've seen Corbin on the floor this year for the Warriors. Also Jack Rooker into the ball game. He got some minutes last week against Elwood. Also entering the lineup for the Warriors, number 10, Travis Bunch. We saw him some in the first half. Union City will try to take advantage here. And Wes-Del tries to move the ball around, try to make something happen. Travis Bunch will take it to the hoop. He'll miss. 40 seconds to go. Union City with the ball. Three-point basket, no good there. Nice strong rebound by Brandon Wiley. Zach Todd will play the role of point guard, the only starter on the floor right now for the Warriors. And the Warriors will be satisfied here, and rightfully so. 22-point lead. And it looks like Zach Todd will just run the clock out. And there it is, folks. That's the ball game. And another convincing win for your Wes-Del Warriors. They put on another dominating performance here tonight at the Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. It's Wes-Del Warriors 70, Union City Indians 48. We will be right back. We're going to take a short break. We'll get you some post-game statistics. We'll find out who we are going to have up here with us for the post-game show. Again, tonight, live from Wes-Del High School, the Wes-Del Sports Network, it's Wes-Del 70, Union City 48. Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network is made possible by Martin Insurance, Campus Rentals, Property Pros, Young's Title and Abstract. Well, we're back here at Wes-Del High School, where Wes-Del has put on another dominating performance to move their record to 3-0 on the season. They defeat the Union City Indians 70-43. And as we're awaiting our statistics and our guests for the post-game show, we do want to remind everyone, we mentioned it once during the game, that the Wes-Del Warriors will next be in action this Friday at Madison Grant High School for a JV varsity doubleheader at Madison Grant. And then they will return right back here to Wes-Del High School to the Richard E. Johnson Gymnasium. Well, they will try to defend their record in the conference opener against Eastern Hancock High School. And again, that will be a very exciting ball game. We look forward to conference action. Wes-Del Warriors on a grueling schedule right now. They have played already 3 basketball games in 7 days. They've got 2 more basketball games this weekend. And by the time they finish up Saturday, they will have already finished what Coach said, 25% of their season. They will have played 5 ball games by the end of Saturday evening. But these non-conference matchups, they are good going into conference play. As Coach and I mentioned earlier, it's been a great opportunity to see a lot of different players. All of the players in the Wes-Del roster has got some experience. Our players look like they're in excellent shape. And so, Coach, you've got some post-game statistics for us.
Yes, that is correct. The Warriors were led tonight by senior guard Evan Weitzel, 29, followed by Cameron Buckner with 10, Zach Todd with 9, A.J. Nauman, 6, Will Delaney, 6, Trey Adams, 5, Alex Light, 2, and Kay Pretorius, 3. The Union City Indians was led by Schinover with 10, and also LaFuse with 10. With us now, we are glad to have senior guard Evan Weitzel with us, joining the broadcast here to wrap up the game tonight. Evan, let's just first off start by saying congratulations on a 3-0 start.
Thank
I know
you.
that's always the goal, to leave each game with a W, so
Yep.
congratulations on that. I know it's a quick start here. This is the 3rd game in 7 days, and we have 2 more this weekend. So first, though, let's just wow, you got the name the microwave, from Mr. Mealy. So just talk to us a little bit about how this team has bought into playing defense, having the consistency on the defensive end, and then transition that to the offensive end.
We were just going with the flow. I mean, we started slow, which we always do that. So we just gotta start getting heated faster, and then we're a really good team once we get going. So
yeah, one of the things tonight, it looks like you got 10 steals, so you had a double-double tonight, 29 points, 10 steals. Just from the locker room standpoint, everybody excited to play this style of defense. What's it like playing in this kind of up-tempo, trying to pressure, be aggressive, get deflections, turnovers, and then lead and be able to run?
Sometimes it just sucks because we always got to go 100, and if we don't, we get yelled at. And that's good coaching right there. So we have a whole bunch of people that can come on and off the bench, and we have plenty of people to get minutes that it stays the same scoring-wise. So.
Yeah, talk to me a little bit about being that leader. Like you said, you got a very senior-led group.
Yep.
A lot of experience up and down the lineup, up and down the roster. Talk to me a little bit about just that, being the leader, that camaraderie with the guys. We have the depth. Coach is playing, quite a few players, and just trying to bring that every day.
Yeah, I love it because our seniors we all played together in 8th grade, and we were pretty good. So now we're hoping to transfer that kind of the same record there, and we all play really good together. And I miss playing with them, as we're getting all older in high school. So it's great to play with them again.
Well, tonight's atmosphere was nice.
Oh yeah.
As we talked about on the broadcast, it was great to have the band back, cheerleaders, full gym.
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing like playing on your home floor. This weekend, double weekend on the road Friday night at Madison Grant, and then back here for the MEC opener on Saturday. So congratulations again, 3-0. We're excited to be back on the weekend and travel Friday night to Madison Grant.
Yep. Can't wait. Thank you.
Thank you. That was guard Evan Weitzel, who again had 29 points this evening. And now we got Coach Mclaughlin jumping on with us here. Coach, first off, congratulations, 3-0. I know that's anytime you come to the gym, that's the ultimate goal is to leave with the W. So.
Well, I appreciate that. It's better than the alternative, so we'll take it. I think at times we show what we can do, and there are times where we are pretty sloppy, and all those things combined allow. Well, let me just say, I mean, we are not. You're not going to come to watch us play and say, boy, that was great fundamental basketball, because that's just not how we play. It's ugly basketball. It's not beautiful, but it's what best works for our system. It's what best works for our kids and what we have. So we're going to make the game as quick as we can. We're going to try to make it helter-skelter because, first of all, it's hard to prepare for that. If you think about if you only have 2 or 3 days to try to prepare for that trap, and it just keeps coming and keeps coming and keeps coming, it's tough to do. Now, there'll be some teams where we have some, and we're working on some other defenses that we'll play. But when we can keep the pressure on and show our depth, we will do that. So, yeah, it's a good win. Coach Byram is one of my favorite guys in coaching. I know that you know him, and he's just an awesome guy. And I knew that they'd make a run just because he's won't let them stop playing hard, and they got caught, couldn't get 10 out of the game quick enough, and he picked up that cheap fifth one on him. But he's a nice player for them. Mott's a nice player, and so it's a nice win for me because I respect Coach Byram so much. But I also, obviously it's early. There's things we'll get better at and work on and hopefully continue to improve.
Yeah, and like you said, obviously that we talked a little bit in the pregame and things as far as just working on that consistency, but like you said, when you play that style of defense, when you're creating that pressure all night long, there might be some possessions that don't go our way, but we're going to go. There's times where we go on our 10-0 run in a blink of an eye.
Yeah, we can do that. In the second quarter, they made a run on us, and we got caught with some crazy lineups out there.
Yeah.
We got some guys playing out of position there and foul trouble. But, again, that's our depth, and we have to do a better job of taking care of the ball in those situations, slow ourselves down offensively just a little bit more. I don't know that we necessarily took bad shots. We didn't come up with some loose balls here or there. But, yeah, I mean, you're right. We have the capability of scoring bunches, and we need to be able to keep that pressure on for us to be successful. And like I said, it's not going to always work against every team, so we have to be able to adjust and know our scouting report. But for the most part, we're just going to come after you. And, man, these guys are very coachable. We had to take a couple guys out and talk to them about things where there have been times where in coaching where you take somebody out, they're not super receptive to some criticism that you may give them, But in the reality, we're just trying to make you a better player. So, that's one of the things we talked about in there. I was proud of them because there were a couple times we took them out to fix some things that they weren't doing right, and they were very coachable and tried to do the right things. We've got some guys that I think really believe in their roles and do a nice job. You go out there and watch A.J. Nauman play the bottom of our pressure defense there and block people out. He could have got a couple over the backs. Got a cheap one on him that should have been an over the back, but that's just because he does the right thing and fundamental. So, I'm proud of the effort. We are really banged up. We got more banged up as the game went on too, but we're kind of banged up for this early in the season. We're going to have to try to regroup because we have 2 tough teams this weekend.
Yeah, talk to me. We got Madison Grant on Friday.
Right.
So
Madison Grant it was going to be a triple header. It's just going to wear us a little too thin, so it's going to be only a JV varsity game now at Madison Grant. That's always a tough place to go play. So we'll go back there on Friday night, and hopefully against a really good team, and hopefully represent well. And then next time you'll see us here is against an excellent Eastern Hancock team who has great guard play. So we'll have to make some adjustments that night and see how the game goes and the flow goes. But they are very good, and we'll just we've got to get ourselves prepared and when you're ready to play in practice, you have to get yourself and prepare yourself to play tough games and prepare yourself to play hard. So, that's what we'll do.
Well, Coach, again, thank you for taking the time coming up here and talking to us. Congratulations, 3-0. And we'll be excited for this weekend. So.
I appreciate that. Again, thanks to you guys, Mr. Roma, and everybody that's part of this. It's awesome. So it's a Tuesday night, so let's get everybody home. But I appreciate you guys, and we'll see you again this weekend.
Yes, you too. Yeah, no sub tomorrow.
All right, Coach John Mclaughlin there. His team will move to 3-0 on the season. And we are going to wrap things up. Like Coach said, it's a Tuesday evening. We have some people that we would like to thank again. We would like to thank our producer, Mr. Romine. We would like to thank the students manning the cameras tonight, Savannah McCollum and Avery Jamison, for those great shots tonight. We'd also like to thank Kayla Stanley and all of the people of her class for the excellent graphics that we used tonight. Again, from Wes-Del High School tonight, Wes-Del moves to 3-0. They are victorious over Union City 70-48. On behalf of Coach Daniel Hansen and myself, we'd like to thank you for joining us on the Wes-Del Sports Network. We will be back here live Saturday night as the Wes-Del Warriors will open up their conference season against MEC opponent Eastern Hancock. So, again, tonight from Wes-Del High School, thanks for joining us. You've been watching Wes-Del Basketball on the Wes-Del Sports Network.